Okay, so welcome to another backtesting session. Now this one's kind of crazy because I just had a minus 2% week in real life on the charts last week. I'm recording this on a Monday and looking at the previous week. So let's see what my trading should have been like, or if this was fine. So getting started here, and there really isn't much support and resistance to work off of from the previous day. Oops, my bad. It's super early in the morning, so I might make a few mistakes and be a bit groggy. But there was this over here, and maybe this is the first real trade. There is potentially something to be said about this, because price came up and tried to calm down a few times, but I'll leave that be. And I guess this was the real first trade, and you could have taken an entry after this right here, and that would have won. I don't even remember what my trade was or why I lost. Or I remember, since I believe there's something to be said about this, I did enter off of this candle here. It was 3 candles and not 2, but I still entered, and it was my demise because I lost this trade. And that was that. So it just really got really close, but did not win. I've learned that if I'm taking a trade off of a candle that's big like this, following small candles, because sometimes I want to take a trade that's based off of 3 candles where it's like small, decent size, or small, big. And if it's small, decent size, then I consider the last 2 candles. But if it's one big one, the stop loss should really just be on the big one, and that would have made this a winner. But whatever. Here's the only trade I really should have taken. So Monday should have won, and here's the next day. Now the next day there's really no support and resistance like from the previous day, so you're really just going in blind. And in this case, looking back, I believe that this one candle here should have counted as some resistance, so that upon price, I believe it should have been price coming, since price is coming down so much, even just one candle push in the opposite direction, I think should be relevant. And it comes back down, comes back to this area, and then it gives us a strong single candle going down. And this candle is big enough, strong enough to enter on its own. You could have waited for 2, but whatever, you can enter on its own. And obviously that wins. And suffice to say, I did not take these wins in the live markets. Even if you don't consider that, let's see what would have happened if you didn't consider that. Not much. Price would have come down here, gone up a bit, come back down. Wouldn't really have given you an entry. I guess this would have been the next trade here. Price comes up, goes down, comes up, gives you 2 candles going down. That would have been a win right there. So only the Lord knows why I lost on this. I really don't remember. Did I even lose? I think I did, yeah. I think I lost Monday and Tuesday. I don't remember. So yeah. Next we've got this day. Now we do actually have a lot of support and resistance from the previous day here to look forward to when we make our trades. There's that's even some down here, but whatever, we'll just see what price reacts. Right off the bat, price is just reacting right here, like right where it starts. It's reacting to this, and to this, to this, and to this, and it gives you 2 candles going down. Now I didn't, but I think you could enter off of these 2 candles, and funny enough, that wins. But I didn't enter this because I thought the candles were too small. And looking back, I just feel so dumb, bro. I mean, what the heck? What the actual heck? But anyway, that wins right there and then. That one was just super straightforward. I just didn't think the candles were big enough, so I left it alone. here we've got price coming down to the level that's about at this top here, and gives us 2 candles going up. And again, only the Lord God Almighty knows why I did not take this trade. These things look so simple in hindsight, but man, when you're in it, bro, I don't know what it is. I do not know what it is. So I probably saw this candle going up and saw, oh, okay, price went up again. So this is a sign for it to go down and sell. So I tried to sell here, I think. Even though it's just one candle going up, I'm pretty sure I tried to sell here. But even if I tried to sell here, after getting stopped out by this candle, I should have been able to see that I can enter right away. So like worst case scenario, this should have been a loss and a win. But it shouldn't even have been a loss, because it's just like one red candle, one green candle. Like, would have needed a bunch of green candles to take us where we were going for that to be a real trade. And finally, Friday. I believe this day actually has a loss that's supposed to happen, because obviously I've already backtested this. I backtested it yesterday at church, actually, to figure out what was going on and why I lost. If it was the strategy, if it was me. First of all, again, I would still count this as a zone to trade off of. So I actually believe I would have taken this loss right here, because I think this is a fair zone. So I would have taken that loss. And then would have come to here, where there's really there's really nothing there. But it's the principle, the fact that price went up, down, then broke it, and then tried to sell again. And for this, I think, looking at the week, I kind of decided that I'll just take 2 candle setups. Even if the candle's really big, I think I'm better off taking 2 candle setups. So I wouldn't have taken this. When price came back up and gave a 2 candle setup, I would have taken it. And I've learned that I should be more lenient. Even if the candles are super big like this, it's still better to take a 2 candle setup rather than a 1 candle setup, and just not even be scared of missing a move. Yeah, it looks like you missed the win here, but it still wins. So yeah, the dumbest performance ever, because looking at the backtest, it looks like every day just wins except one. But in real life, I just took loss after loss here in this week. On Friday, I lost my first trade and didn't even trade again, which is probably smart, because I was not trading right. I was out of it. I was super confused. I did not know what to do with my own strategy. And so it was a very good decision for me to just step out, just leave it alone. So here's the performance as it should have been, looking back, in my opinion. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and this is 1% base, so 9. So it should have been a 9% week, funny enough, if you can believe it. But I turned it into a minus 2% week. Probably would have made it worse too if I had probably would have made it worse if I had, I don't even know what I'm thinking. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm thinking. But anyway, in line with what I was saying, I would just like 2 candle setups. So going back, seeing this good trade, I'd want to wait for a 2 candle. You see that still wins. And even here, if I was to take this trade, I'd want the really long candle. Sorry, yeah, I want the stop loss to be at the long candle. Let me fix this up by changing all of these to the 2 candle setups, by the way, because I didn't when going through them. When I was backtesting yesterday is when I decided 2 candle setups are way better. That's a 2 candle setup. There's also a 2 candle setup. Like 1 candle setups, that's a 2 candle setup. 1 candle setups, man, I am not a fan, because like I realized they just leave you looking really weird. Because like you just see 1 candle, price throw out 1 candle in the opposite direction, and then when you lose, actually I remember this. I took a buy off of this one green candle because I thought, oh, this is like support here, kind of. So I took a buy off this one green candle. But then, like, when you look back at it, like, in the moment, the green candle looked kind of big enough and all that. But you take a step back after the fact, that green candle looks like super small, super inconsequential. But the two candles that go in the right direction look like they matter. So, yeah. Last week was all about, could this be a trade? I don't think so. Then I wait for I take this down one green candle setup. Then I watch what I thought was a trade earlier win. And I just watched so many trades win last week. But yeah, hopefully I'm better this week. Hopefully I do better this week. And I mean, we just destroy the markets, bro. Last week was a +9. Let's see what else I can pull off. Let's see if we can hit a +9 this week or whatever. Yeah, that's the strategy. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing amazing. Looking forward to making this internet money and going out to a yacht and a beach and trading from the beach on my laptop, on my phone actually. Anyway, you know what it is. These videos are gonna be so cool when I actually make it. So stay tuned for that. See you guys.